Hey, Hop. Thank you for doing it as always.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey, just the last time you played Cal, you guys gave up 11 3-pointers and they shot 55% from the floor. Tonight, 3 threes and fewer than 27% shooting. Just what was the difference?
Well, I think we were locked in on the personnel. Our match was really our defense was better tonight against them. I thought there was some really good post defense. I thought we did a good job on their 3-point shooters, knowing where they were, taking away their space. And I think they had a solid awareness tonight for sure.
Yep. And thing just for you, just your sort of thoughts and feelings on your guys getting a win in their final home game.
Well, it's been the first time since I've been here that we won senior night, and so it's just a great thing. Very happy to send off the seniors on their last night here. Travis Rice with the opening 3-point shot, that was pretty special. Gave us a big shot in the arm. Confidence-wise, we'd been practicing that play for him, and the place was going bananas. The players were excited for him, and then obviously, Hamir Wright and Quade Green to be able to come out there with a win, and then Megan Black, our head manager. It's so nice to see them smile and to be able to win their last game at Hackett.
That's so cool. All right, Hop. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Percy.
Lauren, go ahead, Lauren.
Hey, Hop. What was the key to you guys really finding offensive balance tonight and having a bunch of different guys contribute?
I think it's just how we have to play. We talk about sharing it, and we went through a period, we were playing really good, and then there was 5 possessions that we just did a little bit one-on-one, and we still want to be aggressive on one-on-one situations, but then when we get in the lane, we can kick it out for open threes. And, we do it for periods of time. We just got to be consistent with it. And I think the guys are just getting better and better with that being pounded into their thought process for the entire season. And we show incremental gains. And I thought there was some really good moments tonight. And that's why you're having the balance, because it's moving better.
And what was the key in the second half when Cal was trying to come back of just not letting them get over the hump there?
It goes back to defense, right? We were stagnant a little bit offensively. They started coming back, trying to go inside, getting on the glass, going to the foul line, and we just kept battling. And I kept trying to keep energy in the game. I think that was a big part of it, keeping energy in the game. These guys have played a lot of games back to back to back, and it takes a toll on your body. And so I thought Jerron Brooks in the first half, when we had the early foul troubles, I went with Jerron. I thought Jerron did a terrific job at not scoring, but keeping us, he made 2 or 3 great passes. He rebounded, he was a big body in there. He knew what we were supposed to do. Had 3 rebounds in 8 minutes, had a great assist and great energy. I thought he was a big part keeping the lead up to 7, where it could have gone down at the end of the first half. I was really proud of him and how he responded.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Chris Fetters.
Hey, Hop, just following up on that, especially in the second half defense. I mean, you held Cal the final 8 minutes plus without a field goal. Was there something additional, or is that just a great indicator of the fact that the match is finally kind of taken hold for you guys?
Well, I think we were, in the last 5 games, we're holding teams to 65 points. I think that's a big part of it. In the second half, we only had 5 turnovers. Which, turnovers lead to fast breaks and those types of things. So we were better in that way in the second half. And, our guys are feeling more and more comfortable. You're more, trying to keep a guy in front. There's less open shots for the most part. And, our guys just battled. They showed a lot of grit tonight. And that's big as we move forward. So, just really proud of them, getting a win tonight.
Also curious about, you talked about keeping energy on the floor. I believe when you play Arizona State Tuesday, that'll be 7 games in 2 weeks. Anything you have to do to kind of mitigate that with so little time between all these games?
It's hard. Not a lot of practice time, a lot of video time, a lot of off your feet time. For instance, we're going to be playing, have they already come out with the schedule? Have they already said what we're doing?
Next week, yeah.
Okay, so we play we play Tuesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then play Arizona. That will be our third game and our 8th game in 16 days. And that will be they're playing on the second night. And so there's some things, that we have to get more rest. I'm probably going deeper in the bench. But our guys, we just got to be mentally tough. We got to be gritty and, go out there and do the best we can.
Thanks, Hop.
You're welcome.
Andy Yamashita, go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Hop, thanks for the time.
Yeah, Andy.
It seemed like there was a little bit of a free throw disparity. Obviously, Cal went to the free throw line 27 times. How do you keep your guys in a game like that where there's all these stoppages?
You're trying to keep them playing better defense where they're not fouling. But we've, listen, the game before it was 20-1 from the foul line. I don't know if we're not bringing it hard enough or what, but we've got to keep them off the line more. Those are big numbers. Thank God they didn't have a great free throw shooting night tonight, but keeping them off the line is big, especially as we move forward. And we get in the match when that early foul trouble, they try to go down in the paint. But the one thing that we did, even though they did that, is we took away the 3-point shot. They didn't get a lot of good looks, and I thought that was a huge part of the game.
Definitely. And then we were talking to Quade, and it really seemed like in that second half, he wasn't willing to let this team lose. What did you think about his performance today?
I thought Quade in the second half, when he calmed down, there's a lot of emotion on senior night. And, he made some really good passes late to Jamal. And he had, 3 assists and 1 turnover. He's been averaging about 4 turnovers a game. So that was a great floor game. Had 6 rebounds battling. And he was a lot more in control. And when he's playing like that, he's as good as any guard on the planet.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maz Vida, go ahead, Maz.
Yeah. Hey, Hop. Last time we talked, you mentioned the word poise. Can you talk about the poise it took to win this game, keeping them 7-10 points and making the right play at the right time?
Well, I think, a big time, like there was one possession, I don't know, there's 4:30 left, we're up 8 or whatever it is. Quade goes in, he's trying to force it in there. And we just, like a cue, the clock is our friend, clock, no threes, no turnovers. And there might not be enough possessions for them to come back in the game. And so, we started doing a little weave action, using the clock, getting down to 10 seconds just to make sure that we could use the clock. And those are the teaching points. That's the poise. And when we get to a point where I don't have to tell them, then we know we're in a good spot. But those are when he did a great job.
Just one more in terms of turnovers. Are you at the point where you don't have to mention that in terms of only having 5 in the second half and 9 in the first?
We mention it every time out. And my heart goes like this every time. It's like an attack. It's like an alien that's getting me, and again, what happens is, you go into a season, you're playing so many games, there's so much fatigue. You're at the end of the year, there's so many different things that the mental toughness and slow down and be strong with the ball. Those things are hard to do when you're tired. But our guys showed a lot of grit tonight. They showed a lot of mental toughness, and we're able to come out with a victory. So I'm proud.
Fair enough, Coach. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bryce.
Hey, Coach. Thanks for the time.
Hey, James. How are you, buddy?
Pretty good, thanks. Hey, the total rebounding battle in this one was pretty even, but Cal managed to grab 15 offensive rebounds, I think, to your 4. Was it the foul trouble with your bigs, or what do you think factored into that discrepancy?
Listen, Anticevich is huge. Andre Kelly is huge. Thyman is huge. And for 22 minutes or whatever it was, we had Hamir at 6'9". He's about 192 pounds. That's a joke, but he's a lightweight, heavyweight, playing heavyweight down there. And so that's where teams take advantage. And, we were getting a miss, which was a good thing. And second chance points, they only had 13, which is not a bad number. But we battled for the most part. We did a better job than we have in the past. And that was one of the reasons why we won. But those 15 offense rebounds, it's really about how many points they score off those rebounds compared to how many rebounds they get. And thank God it wasn't 20 or 25.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Kim Reynolds, go ahead, Kim.
Hey, Coach. one of the things that I think we just tend to forget is how isolated you guys are, how isolated the players have been during the entire season. And tonight and the other night, you were finally able to have some family members and friends in the stands. What's that mean to you guys and some of the players?
It's you know what, it's really cool to hear people in the building, see people in the building. And I think what's really, for me, you know, even tonight for the seniors, it was just, they've done so much for us, and they've been just incredible representatives of the university on and off the court. And you just wish those fans were there. You know, you got that whole crowd, and, you know, the stories of Will Conroy kissing the floor. I just wish those guys had that moment. But, you know, in the times that we're at, you know, just to be able to have the family members, we're just so fortunate and grateful because we've been so isolated, like you said. And so to have those players see their families, I think is really, really special.